Well, hey guys, welcome back to our next episode of Legacy Leaders Series.
Woo!
Oh man, what a time to be alive. What a
Yeah,
time to be alive.
pajama party.
Yeah, PJ Party, we are just chit-chatting about all things business and life and wanted to come on and share with you guys a fun topic that we thought we would bring to you. I think this will be a really good one. I think we're going to get some good responses and some good feedback about how other people do this in their world, because as entrepreneurs, as leaders, I think I was just saying to you, Des, that I think there's this like lost art about enjoyment, finding the joy, happiness, being silly, God forbid, being unprofessional, being goofy, having fun in life. I think we forget to be intentional and carve out time for fun.
Yeah, I do too. And I think like specifically with women, right? Like with women and when we're juggling all the stuff that we're juggling and really thinking about like when was the last time you got with some girls and you just had a really fun girls' night that didn't require the energy sometimes that's a part of that. Like, we didn't have to clean our houses, we didn't have to dress up and look crazy fancy. Like, sometimes it's really great to like dress up and look, that's fun too. But like this one that we did recently, with where we showed the world just to bowl in onesies and go bowling together as a group. It didn't require any energy. We just had to show up and have a onesie and have fun. And I think that it's critical. I think it's critical. I think it's actually one of the most like misunderstandings about all this. Honestly, I think sometimes people like look at what we're doing as far as business and legacy and leadership and women empowerment. And I think that sometimes people put us in this box of it being so serious
Mhm.
and that we don't have like an approachable personality or to me like in my opinion, sometimes I think because I claim to be a faith-based leader, they misunderstand that faith-based means that I'm never having fun and I'm not laughing and I'm always so serious and I'm always judging and all these things. And it's none of those things, right? You can be a faith-based leader and still have so much fun. So, um, yeah, I think this is a great topic. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and I think there was a time where this was something that I kind of had lost a part of, and I was becoming super burned out, as a leader in the helping and healing professions, really. Um,
Hmm.
it's hard out there in those streets, right? Like trying to go, work with people that may not actually want the help. Like that was part of my role that I did in my past life,
Right.
previous role. And you know, it was hard. I was leading a group of other really amazing humans and supervising a team. And it was like there were days that like I tried to bring joy and fun, but like it was hard because what we do is hard.
Hmm.
I think sometimes I would get like the side eye or like, judgment for it because I mean, even especially around the holidays, like would decorate my office and have like Secret Santa and try to do like a whole week long thing where we would have challenges and things like that. And not everybody wanted to participate because I think they didn't find the purpose in that, and that we were trying to break up that serious hard work, like just pushing sort of feel and kind of just like, man, we just gotta let loose and have fun. And there are boundaries with that, like I can't be going out on the town with the people I supervise all the time, right? Like I needed to be mindful of how I carried myself, but also not to the point of losing joy. And I think that was something that creates burnout for people is we
Oh, absolutely.
forget to be so intentional with our time, and like it's not it's not that if it's not bringing us joy we don't do it, right? There are things that we've got to do, like Laundry is not my favorite. Doing the dishes, they're not my favorite, right? But like,
Take both.
we need it, right? Does it bring me joy? No.
No.
But like, my kids are gonna have clean clothes and clean dishes to eat off of, right? Like, so those are not necessarily intentional in joy, but it's like, how can we sort of counteract that and say, where can I find time to just be joyful and have
Yeah,
fun?
especially in our world, right? In our world, it's like it's always there's always so much things to think about, and people look at it as just something else that's on your calendar, and it's like not important, and then you skip over it because you got your kids' sports and you have, events and you have the holidays, and then you have like, your timeline for your company and all the things, especially around the holidays, right? It's like, but I want to just say one of the most important things is to be able to pause from those things and just go have some fun with your girlfriends and how much that fills your cup back up. It fills, and not only that, but it not only did this past weekend, right? It was a couple days after the holidays. Everybody had things, everybody was tired, everybody just went through the whole same season, right? It was all great things, but it's wild. I mean, that time of year is wild. But we still decided to show up for each other and to fill our cups. And Erin, the effect and the impact that we made on the community, but then also like just in ourselves to be able just to belly laugh and
Yes.
just
So
enjoy.
for those of you that are listening or watching this on YouTube, we decided, so there's several things that I do that I know Des does as well that will give you to to try to implement in your life to make time for joy. But this past weekend, for those of you that haven't seen seen what we were up to, we do monthly meetups for Des's group that she started, Warrior Women, that I was asked to be a part of a couple of years ago, and it took the leap of faith and said, absolutely, let's do this thing, and has it has just opened many doors of opportunity, but then also being, meeting amazing other women. But what has been beautiful that I got to be a part of as well is these monthly meetups that the local warrior women, and we invite everybody that's a part of it, but sometimes it's hard when women aren't always local, but we try to get together. We did a Friendsgiving last month. That was fun. We've gotten together for coffee at coffee shops or whatever. We've taken walks, we've done things. But this month we decided to dress in onesies and go bowling, and that was hilarious. But Daz and I decided to take it to the next level and dress as the Lorax and go to Target shopping for onesies. And when I tell you, we peed our pants. Go check out our social media because the reels are hilarious. I'll put in the show notes like a link to see the reel because it's so hilarious. But um, when I tell you, like, we were just funny. We walked around. We talked to people. People came up to us and wanted pictures with us. They were videotaping us. Kids were laughing and waving. But I think my favorite part, well, besides doing donuts in the parking lot, my favorite part
That part.
was walking out. One of the girls, this random girl that was in front of us in line, walked out with us as we were checking out, and she said, "I wish I had friends like you guys."
Yeah, it
Remember
was
that?
so, yeah,
Remember
it
that
was
she
it
said that
was
to you?
so powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like kind of blown away by that because an old version of me, now first of all, my kids think I'm crazy, and my kids were like, "Mom, you're so embarrassing," when they saw all of this, saw the video footage of us and the pictures that we took of each other just peeing our pants laughing so hard. Um, but I would have been so embarrassed to do this years ago, but like, why? Like, we
Yeah.
brought so much joy to people, and so many people were
Mhm.
like, okay, we gotta ask. And we're like, oh, we're
Yeah.
Girls' Day, and we're all wearing onesies, and we're all being goofy. And they were like, I love this for you, And so many people were inspired in a way of like, okay, if these whack ass girls can go be like this, like, why can't I?
Yeah, I love that she said that to us because it really folds in this whole idea of like exactly why we do it, because there's so many women who don't have community, and there's so many women who want to be a part of things that are fun, and it's just like a non-judgmental, safe space where you can just go and have fun and be around other girls. And there is a huge deficit in this area. The gap is so big, that it's the whole reasoning of why the local meetups were started, because I'm telling you, there's a lot of missing pieces in some of leadership, and one of them is fun. It's just like always so serious, and it can't be. We gotta really learn how to have fun
We
with
have
this
to
thing again.
perform. Yeah, we don't have to perform. And we get on here and we do the podcast episodes and, we get up and we speak at things. And sometimes it's serious stuff. Sometimes it's about loss and it's about hardship and it's about our challenges and tragedies that we've figured out how to navigate through so that we can share those stories for other people to feel empowered. However, it doesn't have to be dark, we can take that and we can have fun with it. And so it doesn't have to be you going and dressing as the Lorax and wandering around Target in the town and doing, Chinese fire drills and things like that. We don't have to be that level crazy if you don't want to take it to that level. But we also don't have to be, you know, we go on big trips and we do retreats and we're doing cruises and we're doing amazing things like that too. That's going to be fun and beautiful. It doesn't even have to be to that level either. It can just be a phone call with a friend and laughing about the stupid, crazy stuff you've done in the past week, right? It can just be that. So, some of the tangible things I think that I know Des does too, but I want to call it out and maybe talk about that for a minute. Um, have a monthly meetup, right? So we have monthly meetups. If girls can't come, they can't come. Like it's there.
Yep,
And
no pressure. And if you can't make it, fine. But if you can, I mean, like, let's start being a little bit more intentional about creating
yeah,
that as part of our life. Because what I've noticed is a lot of women do express often that they feel like they're lonely or they don't have a community.
yeah,
Then at the same time, when it's time for them to show up to something that they are invited to, there's a lot of reasonings of why they're not able to like put this in their schedule. And so we're really just hoping to change that so that people can put this into your schedule so that fun is in your calendar.
yeah. So if you want to be a part of what we do, reach out to us, including be a part of Legacy Leaders, and whether it's the quarterly meetups, the monthly Warrior Women meetups, or our exclusive membership where you get, the podcast interviews and you get access to us and you get access to a deeper version of us where we go in a deep dive of these things we talk about on the podcast on our Zoom calls together as a mastermind group. Like it's a really beautiful community. So if you're looking for that, reach out. But some of the other things that I do is I intentionally schedule. I don't like to call it vacation anymore because like I work for myself and I feel like I used to have to ask for permission to take a vacation. I don't like that vibe. So I just schedule time, right? So this week I front loaded and I worked Monday, Tuesday with clients and then I decided, yeah, I'm not going to work the rest of the week. Same thing last week. Thanksgiving, I took the whole week off. I just decided, you know what, I'm just not going to see clients. And yes, it's a privilege I have that I have set up my lifestyle to be able to save for those things, but I've done that intentionally because I want to build in time. I've worked a lot with clients, and I know you have, Des, too, to help them figure out how to carve out intentional time, protected time is what I call it, for themselves, with their family, with their kids, with themselves. So doing that, even if it's an hour a week, that you're like, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
carving this time out for myself. Date nights are something
Mm-hmm.
that are non-negotiable in my home. Um, it looks a little different right now with our kids' schedules, but like whether it's a random night that we just make food and or have charcuterie and sit and watch a movie, or we go out, but we really have protected time around that. So those are a few things that like I really am intentional about building in protected time to just have fun.
Hmm. So many things like it takes so much energy. But fun is one of those core values of mine where it's like it doesn't take a real lot of energy for you to laugh and really have scheduled some time, good quality time with some girls to be able to do so. So I would say that I would take a look at your calendar and maybe just like a small little challenge of maybe just looking at the last 3 months and thinking like where have you been able to fit in some fun. And I would highly, highly, highly encourage my call to action to all the viewers that are seeing and watching this right now. In January of 2026 is coming soon. Schedule more fun. Schedule more fun. It's worth it. I never, ever, ever, ever feel bad about having fun. And it could be so small and it can be so grand, anything in between, but make sure you spend some time right there, right in the fun zone. So,
Mhm. That's my mission, I think, for 2026 is to be a fun leader, regulated and fun.
amen.
Yeah.
Love that. Two of my favorite words.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where, what others share with us, how you build in fun. And I know that sounds like silly, like fun should just be had. It is, but when we make time for it, if we're not making time for it, we're gonna miss it. That's the thing. It's like life is just so quick. And if we're so busy trying to make everything perfect and work hard for when we can have fun, like that's not a way to live. It's like, how can we do it right now? How can we just build it in right now?
Yeah,
So,
I love that because I'm like I'm a big, and I'm sure you are too. Work hard, play harder.
yeah, I mean,
um,
but like for so many people that aren't entrepreneurs or that are want to be an entrepreneur, but it's a dream that they wish, like there's this element of they have to work in order to play. And it's like,
mhm,
I don't believe that anymore at all.
mhm.
Um, I don't have to prove my worth that I worked hard enough so that I can have fun like that. That's just not how I want to live my life. And I know deep down most people really want to enjoy their day to day.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see what people say. Like, what is it that they do to have fun? Because it could be personal, professional, private, publicly. Like,
Yeah.
it would be great to kind of just throw out some ideas of what's fun for people. Because, like, your fun could be different than my fun, could be different than her fun, right? So let's like see, like, what is it that's fun to you? I really would love to hear from the viewers what it is. And we're looking forward to maybe seeing you. If you're locally, please contact us. Erin and I are involved in so many different things. Legacy Leaders is the jam. So please come join us, come check us out, come have fun, come be in some CEO baddies that are having fun. And we look forward to getting to know some more girls here in the Finger Lakes area. That's kind of where our homestead is. So we want to know if you're in Rochester, Irondequoit, Greece, Finger Lakes, Canandaigua, Newark, anything wrapped around in this whole sphere of things, reach out to us and let us know. We would love to have you on here. And we would love to have some further connections of different girls in the area, of different groups and things. So if you know of a group, let's connect.
Yeah. Let's join them up, do some fun things. So,
Yes.
all right, guys, have a great end of the year. We'll talk at you soon.
Bye.